So hi, my name is Patrik. I work for IKEA in India, and we'll talk to you a little bit about what we see in the market. But first, just a quick intro that IKEA has been in India for about 30 years already on the sourcing side, sourcing a lot of products for the stores around the world. We've been with our foundation for 15 years there, but now it's time finally to open the retail stores. So we have very grandiose plans. We want to open 25 IKEA stores in India by 2025. And it's actually the fastest expansion that IKEA has done in any country ever. And it's really in a different take this time, because normally we open a store and take a look at what happens. And if we adjust a bit, and then slowly we go ahead. This time we've decided to open a country, or even a continent, as we can see that India is very different. So we can have this clicker. So I will talk about three things. A little bit why IKEA believes in the Indian market, a little bit about how we learn about the customers and the consumers in India, and also how we see that we can stimulate the interest for the home, and also by that growing the home furnishing market. First, to the Swedes maybe, because the Indians may have a different perspective. When you think of India, and you think of an IKEA store, it's kind of different animals sometimes, you can say, because you believe IKEA looks like that, and India probably looks a little bit different. IKEA has shown a growth direction all over the world. We're going to grow, we know that. And where are we going to grow? It's going to happen in Asia, because in that little circle over there to the right, there's more people living inside that circle than outside. And India is a very important part of this growth. Because we can see, if we look at, this is the market size for home furnishing. It doesn't really matter. The size of the bubble shows this power of the city in terms of home furnishing purchasing. So we can see as 2015, we would have Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and maybe Hyderabad, or cities where IKEA would have a store. But if I extrapolate this in the future a bit, looking at 2020 already, all right, we see that Delhi has even grown. Mumbai is growing, Bangalore is coming up, Hyderabad, Chennai, Calcutta, Pune has started to show maturity. We go to 2025, Delhi is really big, lots of new cities coming up, and by 2030 you see a market that's really booming. And the interesting thing here is that the cities are growing, they're getting more people in the cities at the same time as they're getting more well off. So the target group is growing exponentially. So it's going from maybe 2 million 1 year to 4 million to 8 million. So it's a very quick growth of the possible consumers, you can say. And if we look at India today, the home furnishing market is not very big. But by 2025, it's as big as the UK will be. And UK is a very large home furnishing market. So India has a fantastic growth potential for us. So how do we tackle this market? Because it's a very different. It's more like a continent. There are 25 states or something like that, 23 official languages, different religions. We have a lot of Hindus, we have Muslims, we have Sikhs, we have some Christians, we have some who are spiritualists, all kinds of things going on. People eat different things. So it's very diverse. And for IKEA, we want each customer who steps into a store to feel like, they know me. They understand how I live at home. And how we do that is by learning about each local market very in depth. Because each IKEA store actually looks different. Even if you have been to many IKEA stores, you kind of think they look different, look the same. Okay, it's a blue box, but we in the start have around 60 to 70 little rooms. And each of those rooms are tailor-made to fit that local market. So around the world, we have 385 stores. They all look different. So a store in Delhi will look different from a store in Mumbai, Bangalore, or Hyderabad, depending on the local conditions. So what we do is, we do a lot of home visits. As of today, it's 1.5 years before we open our store. We've done over 500 home visits in these 4 cities, which we're looking at first. And we go there to talk to people. So it's not so much to look around, it's actually to ask people, what are your problems, frustrations? What are your dreams and aspirations? What do you want to do with your home? And then you walk through each room and asking them, what are you doing here? Well, I'm storing my stuff, I do this. Okay, what challenges do you have in your wardrobe? Yeah, I have 50 saris and I don't know how to hang them up. I all pile them up here, but how do you know which one to choose from? Yeah, I can't really, I pull and I lift. So we go through each room, checking and seeing what's going on. That's true. Yeah, good. And see what's going on and learning about the different markets. Then we do some quantitative studies also to figure out how big rooms are, because we want to make the room settings in each store relevant to the local market. So in Delhi, the room sizes are much bigger than they are in Mumbai, for example. So if you go to a Delhi store, people would not feel really at home if there's really small rooms, because they wouldn't see that that's my market. But if I'm in Mumbai and I go in and I see small rooms, it's going to be like, it could be my room, yeah, great. And then you're much easier to connect to the story that goes on there. We also look at all different architectural elements, where are the water boilers sitting and so on, so we can build our solutions according to the local need. Another one we look at is, we know basically that people do the same things at home all over the world. They eat, they cook, they store, they sleep, they go to the toilet. People do it everywhere. However, they do things in different places. As an example that I many times take, it's the washing function. People wash at home, right? In Sweden, do we have some Swedes here? Where is the washing machine in Sweden placed? In the bathroom. That was the answer I was looking for, yeah. In the bathroom. If you go to Portugal, you will find the washing machine in the kitchen. If you go to Russia, you will find the washing machine in the hallway, because there's no space in the kitchen or in the bathroom. If you go to India, the washing machine would be on the balcony. So if you would, in Indian context, put a washing machine in the toilet in our stores, then an Indian person would go in there and look, and it would be like, someone has forgotten a washing machine here, because it can obviously not be there, yeah? Because the bathroom is a very wet area. You don't have any cabinets or so, because it's wet everywhere. So these things we go out and try to figure out. So we can see that, back to the bathroom again. In Sweden, you would have a cabinet, you would have drawers, you would store towels, you would have your makeup, you would have everything goes on there. In an Indian bathroom, nothing of that exists. There's a little shelf where you have the toothpaste, maybe. Because the rest of the stuff is in the bedroom. Because that's where you, as a woman or as a man, it's your area where you can do things. Because you're living many times in a household with many people. So there's no privacy, plus that the bathroom, for some reason, is a very wet area. So the makeup function is in the bedroom. And it's all these things we need to study and we learn, so that we create solutions that are tailor-made to that local market. It takes a lot of time and energy to do it, but that's the only way that we can be really successful, because we're not going to open a Swedish museum in Hyderabad. We're going to open a locally relevant IKEA store with solutions that fit the local needs. And then you maybe ask, but you're going to make a lot of Indian furniture, because the people like very much the carvings, and you like that, we want to. And we say no, because IKEA has an identity. We are a Swedish home furnishing company, and we want to be perceived as Swedish or Scandinavian when we're abroad. So we will not do that. But then there's a lot of things that Indian people do that you don't have products for. Yeah, we have 10,000 products in our range, and as I mentioned before, most people do the same thing. So it's about how we combine the things and how we show them in the different places that makes IKEA relevant for you. So it's really the way to go. So lots of learning. In India today, home is very important. It's where people meet their families. It's where they come home, parents and so on. Super important area. Home furnishing is not yet so big, because people haven't gotten so much stimuli. If you go to your neighbor, they haven't done anything really about it. There are no home furnishing magazines. There's no home furnishing TV. There's no do-it-yourself things. So what we will intend to do is to put home on the market, not only as a place where I feel good, but also a place where I can express myself and live a really comfortable life. So IKEA is all about stimulating the growth and stimulating the market. And we can see a short parallel to Korea, where we just opened the store, where the home furnishing market has grown at the same speed as the economical development forever. It's been on 4% kind of. But when the IKEA store opened, the first one year ago, the home furnishing interest decoupled from the growth, home furnishing spend decoupled from the growth and got up to 8%. So it's not only IKEA that wins when we come to the market, because we will generate interest in the home. All our competitors basically will actually gain. So in Korea today, our key competitors that were super scared when IKEA came in are now enjoying a 25 to 30% growth, because the pie has got much bigger. So that's what we're going to do with our stores and our marketing, to make India not only love their home, but also get excited about home furnishing. And we want them all who come to IKEA to feel that, wow, they know me.